I'm going to put it into marketing speak instead of social media speak for you, okay? Because that's how I tend to process information like this. And so I'm going to kind of do that for you. And then I'm sure if you ask Victoria very, very nicely, she'll do something for you too, okay? So here we go. I am on Instagram, and the way that these platforms work is pretty much all like Facebook and Twitter and things like that. You know, you can follow people, and by following them on Instagram and Pinterest and Twitter and things like that, you're basically friending them just as you would friend them on Facebook. It's essentially the same thing, okay? However, it gets very, very interesting when we start talking about how hashtags are treated on these platforms, because my way of thinking about it is that a hashtag, it's a way of categorizing a group of information, a disparate group of posts and on Facebook, images, groups, things like that, but certainly on Instagram of posts, okay, into a cohesive group of things. So if we take, for instance, you guys know that I'm obsessed with cars. So if we take, for instance, I don't know, what shall we have a look at? Something where I can show you something which is at least going to have some good information on it. Oh no, let's go back up here. Here you go. So here's some Porsches that's been modified by a company called Sharkworks, okay? So this is the brand name Sharkworks, and they're looking to build their audience on Instagram. They also operate on all the other platforms as well, but let's just talk about Instagram right now. So I can, if I want to, click on their hashtag Sharkworks and go and open it in a new thing, and what I will now find is all of the people who have created a post on Instagram and tagged it as Sharkworks, meaning that they feel, the posters, in some way that their post is associated with or says something about or should be grouped with Sharkworks. So probably they've modified their Porsche in some way, or they've got a Sharkworks Porsche or something like that, or whatever it may be. So that's one thing you can do, okay? That's kind of cool. It allows you to group information. But what it also allows somebody like me to do, let's supposing now that I'm actually interested in, I don't know, like buying a Sharkworks Porsche, for instance. So what I can now do is I can click on their link, Sharkworks, and I can now look at all the posts related to Sharkworks, not just from Sharkworks, but from all the different customers, and it kind of organizes all that information for me, which is kind of sexy. It makes it a very, very good process for me as a potential customer. But it goes even more, because what I can also do is if I click follow, so I'm now following the Sharkworks hashtag, okay? I'm now following that tag. What that means is I have, in effect, opted into a mailing list, all right? So, but this mailing list, anybody has access to. Anybody has got access to, because all they need to do to let me know about their post now is tag their post as hashtag Sharkworks, and I will now get notified about that post, meaning it's like I've opted into a mailing list and anybody has got access to that mailing list, and all they need to do is write a certain little code word in their email, and it means I will now get an email from them as well. So anybody's got access to it. Now, think about the implications of that. That's actually friggin' sexy, because it means what you can also do is you can tag along with other people's tags. So this is the SharkWorks tag for the SharkWorks brand. But let's suppose I was selling, I don't friggin' know, wheels that looked awesome on Porsches, okay? So if I sell wheels that look great on Porsches and I want to get my message in front of Porsche owners and Porsche enthusiasts, all I need to do is find the hashtags commensurate with Porsche related products, like SharkWorks for instance, they're a Porsche specialist, and include those hashtags on my posts. And what that then means is everybody who's got a following that tag will also get my messaging, my marketing messaging, okay? Which is, when you think about it, extraordinarily good for us as marketers, because what it means is you can now hitch a ride on other companies' hard work, and just by including the correct tags on your posts, you will let the relevant audience who would be interested in your product know all about your products. It is ludicrously good. It's a brilliant, brilliant thing. And I hope that I've explained that in such a way that you understand why people go friggin' apeshit about hashtagging stuff. Because once you start doing it, your content takes on a whole viral nature just because of the way Instagram works, and Facebook, by the way, it's exactly the same, and Twitter. So exactly the same, okay? So that's, I hope, to giving you some understanding about what the hell it is. So let's talk a little bit about how to do it now. So pretty easy. That's the hash, which is actually the pound sign, but that's the hash. And your tag usually should be quite short in nature, and no spaces. So SharkWorks, if that were two words, they would just squidge both words together to form the tag, okay? To form the tag. So no spaces in it at all, and it's as simple as that. And then when you just write a post, you just put your tag in it. So let's go now. So that's Instagram, okay? And these things all work the same, okay? Well, I've already got one up here. They all work the same. So another one you may have seen, in fact, some folks in the AOE community follow this tag, which is one of the ways I was able to get to some folks in the AOE and get my marketing message in front of them. Motivation Monday. Okay, Motivation Monday was a very, very popular tag. So if I just search that in Facebook, so it's just the pound sign and then the word Motivation Monday, this all comes up. Okay, this all comes up, and as you can see, there is heaps of stuff. Let's just try Motivation Mondays. See if that brings more up. Less. Oh. So there's heaps of stuff available for you. So that's how they work, and hopefully you've got a sense now about the importance of them. So what should you do as marketers? Well, what you should do as marketers is find the influencers within your niche. So suppose you wanted to sell Porsche parts, you find the influencers within the Porsche community, people like SharkWorks and people like that. And whenever you create a post, you tag your post with those influencers or the tags that the influencers are using as well. You copy their tags so yours get picked up too. And then my own, and I'm sure Victoria's got some different guidelines for this, but here's kind of what I do, okay? My own strategy is with Instagram. I typically have 8 to 10 hashtags per post. So 8 to 10, I found that to be a-okay. Facebook, it's more like, one to three hashtags on Facebook. It's just, you've got to use less, otherwise it's just difficult to get around it. And then ditto for Twitter as well, 2 or 3 as well. I think that's kind of it as far as what my knowledge goes, but again, hit Victoria up as well, because she will give you, I am sure, different nuances associated with that. That is purely coming from a very marketing driven perspective, which is just how my brain's wired. But Victoria has this great ability to build communities, which is very, very important on social media. So I am sure she'll be able to give you some other nuances as well around that, and so I would definitely hit her up for that. Hey, thanks so much for watching that video, and I hope that you got some massive value from it. Before you go, do you live in Australia? If you do, this is for you. Would you like to learn how to sell things on Amazon here in Australia? Would you like to know what sells really, really well and what sells for the maximum amount of profit? Would you like to know where you can source those products from, whether that be in China or here in Australia, and how to source them so you pay bottom dollar and get maximum value for what you're doing? If you do, please subscribe to my channel and like this video, and you'll learn that and much more. It's the exact same information that people like Jeff from New South Wales I've used to make $45,000 a month on Amazon, that Sue, who's from the sunny coast, has used to purchase herself a brand spankly BMW every single year as a result of her e-commerce business, and the lovely Kate from Bowral in New South Wales has used to make $32,000 a year on a month, not a year, a month on Amazon, and indeed Anthony, who makes $15,000 a month on Amazon, selling, as he puts it, odds and sods. If you'd like to learn the exact same information that they use to maximize their profits for their Amazon businesses, subscribe to this video, like my channel, post below if you want me to teach you something. Okay, I'm out of here. Speak to you soon. Bye. Subscribe. Do it now.